Ride. What makes them one of the most important bands of the last 30 years? A band that didn't quite make the mainstream, but were really on the fringes of it. Mark Gardner, Andy Bell, Loz Colbert and Steve Quartz were the members, formed in Oxford in 1988. They came from the Thames Valley area, which is famous for the shoegaze scene, which is what they were associated with to begin with. They played at the Jericho Tavern, which is famous for Radiohead, launching the careers of Radiohead and Foals, as well as Supergrass and the Candy Skins and Swervedriver. There's a picture of me standing on the stage when I went to a Ride gig in 2019. Ride was signed to the legendary label Creation Records, which was run by Alan McGee, who founded Oasis and Primal Scream and the Jesus and Mary Chain, amongst others. Now, when people think about the birth of Britpop, people think about the Smiths, the Stone Roses, with their debut album in 1989, and the Lars with their debut album in 1990. And whilst this is all well and good, I think Ride should be mentioned as well, because Ride had the noise aspects which were influenced by My Bloody Valentine, Isn't Anything, Sonic Youth with Daydream Nation in 1988, which was the same year as Isn't Anything, and the Jesus and Mary Chain's debut album, Psycho Candy, from 1984. Also, lots of 60s influences, including the Byrds with their 12-string Rickenbacker jangly sound. I heard that they were so good live back in the 90s that I decided to see them myself when they reformed in 2015. And I saw them at the Roundhouse that year, and it was such an amazing gig. This is them playing their legendary Brixton Academy gig in 1992. You can find it on YouTube. And there's them, sub-headliners in Reading 92, the year that Nirvana topped it. And there's the 12-string of Roger McGuinn from the Byrds, and you can see how Ride were really a rare band in that they used two Rickenbackers, Mark Gardner and Andy Bell, often used Rickenbackers at the same time on stage, combining effect pedal noise with jangle. Ride were famous for having great 4-track EPs, starting with the self-titled, then Play, and then the Fall EP, which you can see here, which featured the incredible Dreams Burn Down song, a shoegaze classic. Then after 3 EPs, they released their debut album, which is heralded as one of the greatest debuts of all time in British music. Then they released another cracking 4-track EP, which combined the best bits of their sound with the shoegaze elements. Next, in February of '92, they released their first top 10 single, Creation's first top 10, Leave Them All Behind, an 8-minute shoegaze classic. Then, Going Blank Again comes out a month later. A change in direction in 1994 with Carnival of Light, where they kind of went more Britpoppy, all the noise aspects were lost. And then Tarantula was when the band was really collapsing due to ego problems. But then, in 2017, they really redeemed themselves with Weather Diaries, an incredible comeback album. And then in 2019, This Is Not a Safe Place, and we still haven't heard the last of Ride. Ride were crucial in creating the shoegaze sound, as well as helping to create Britpop.